but functional. Like when you're just standing there laying into the bag and the guy's standing there holding the bag, it's always in the spot you want it to be in. I know it moves around a bit sometimes, but what we're going to do here is pretend like we're sort of sparring a little bit here. Dave's the attacker. But he's not going to attack me with anything else except his distance. He's going to step into range, right? And then I've just got to know that when he steps into range, one of the things we talked about yesterday that you can use is like our drag, our distance kicker is our front kick, right? Sometimes you've got time to do that front kick off the back leg, but sometimes it can only be off the front leg. Okay? But you can't just, like a front kick off the front leg, even though we might do technique sometimes, you might be here, you might step up and kick. Generally speaking, if I had room to move up in the front kick, I'd move up and kick the back leg. Right? My front leg front kick is mostly used as a defensive scenario. You need someone on the way in once the distance has been breached. Okay? So all you're going to do here is Dave just not going to just move around like this, like the spine. He's going to step in like he's about to commit body weight forward to throw a technique to him. And at that point then I'm in my stance here, I just lift up and I kick out off the front leg. If he gets a little bit far away and he tries to move in from a lot bigger distance, then he can throw off the rear leg. Because you've got lots of time to throw off the rear leg. If you're in here and he comes in, you've really not got time to do that. Kick and get back. You haven't got time to get the rear leg up and going. Right? It doesn't matter if I kick the bag and come back a little bit. What matters is I kept my balance and I just step back into my stance. I kick and then back to here. Right? At the very least I hold that initial, let's say perhaps as a surprise, invasion of my space, right? If he comes out a little bit further back from here and he comes in, I might have time to use the rear leg and kick into that. Now, because he's coming, he's got the bag. If you bounce back, it doesn't matter, but in reality you'll be hitting the body. You'll be hitting something that's a little bit harder than that. Solid, more paper. And you're thrusting Mae Geri through the bag now. The thrusting Mae Geri, like if someone's coming in to attack you and they're committing body weight forward, you don't want to do a little groin kick like that. Right? You've got to, when someone's coming in, you want to stop their momentum coming in. You've got to use your long legs to hold that. If I was coming forward on him and I wanted to bang, that's when you might use a little flick to the groin. But it's not the sort of kick you use to keep someone coming in. You need to use more of a thrusting kick with your legs extended. Even a little kikomi kick is not what you want. You want to have a little bit of hip behind, right? But in reality, I wouldn't be aiming anywhere up here. I'd be aiming around about navel height or lower. And I'll be aiming to dump my foot just below his belt. Not right at the groin, because you might miss. You don't want to miss. It's not like you're aiming for the groin, you're just aiming for this general man stand. You're hitting belt line, bladder, pelvic area, whatever. That's what you're aiming to try and hit. If you try to go high, it'll take you longer to get your legs up to go higher. Your pole leg's probably going to be a bit taller to do that. And your weight is up, so you're easier to get knocked off balance, right? In real life. Now when you're kicking the bag, you've got to kick where the bag is today. So the principle, you understand what I'm saying, but my kicks will be right in here, boom, low. If you come in with an attack, it's just front leg, I'll just be hitting him low. I wouldn't be aiming up too high. You just push on the belt there. Enough to make him bend forward and at least hold his progress for a second. And my leg's longer than his arms, so if I get it happening, well, that's good, right? You can't always do it though. If you find yourself here, sometimes I see people sparring and they're getting tired, and someone will be coming into attack and they'll be doing things like this, just doing round kicks, stepping backwards. It's no good. If you're tired and you want to stop them coming in, at the very least stay front on. And, front kick's easier than a round kick. It's less disruption on the body. Plus, what's the round kick going to do when someone's coming in? It's not a kick you throw to stop someone's, onset. Mae Geri is, right? Maybe Weggery, but again, Weggery, you've got to have a pretty good Weggery to be able to launch that off the front leg and stop it there. The problem with Weggery is if you launch, it's a good kick. If it's partly stifled, half my body is, my body's a bit, you might say, protected, but I've also got one arm out of play, and this leg probably out of play too. Because unless if I'm here and I can Mae Geri, that's easy kick to get up and out, and my hands are still here. I can block with two hands if I need to. I can move a little bit easier than if I'm side on. Back of my head's not exposed, this whole rear side here. If someone could just throw straight punches getting side on, it'll be alright. If someone can throw a round kick into my back or the back of my head, there's no such block, right? I'm going to wear it, so I do want to stay a little bit around here. Off the blade, but off there. So, that's what we're going to do. Step in, front kick as they're coming in, okay? If you a little bit more range, you can try a front kick off the rear leg. If he gets to the point where you find he's kind of stepped into your range, but he hasn't actually come in. If he's kind of walked into your range, into your kicking range, then don't wait for him. Just kick him. If he's walked into that range, kick, because that's what you do. You wouldn't get in this position and go, okay, I'll wait and see what he does, right? Right, back there you're going to wait, but here, I'm not going to wait. If he gets to that point and he hasn't stepped in yet, I want you to kick, I want you to initiate. Right? He's going to be ready for it. So it's really a concept, it's really basic kicking, but you're doing a concept of distance. Aiming your balance and aiming to simply kick round about here, right? Keeping low, and if you do kick, like you noticed earlier when I did a kick there and don't come in, I used the hip to get back, I bounced off and I was back into stance, because I knew I had to make some distance. It didn't kill him, but it stopped me getting hit with whatever that was, right? So my side is like your sparring, but you only can use your Mae Geris. This side, just little lunges in. But don't just go, right? Step back, step in, right? Make the step in and see it, boom, so they can see it. And after a while you can disguise it a bit more, but you know what I'm trying to do, okay? One side holding the bag, one side, let's go. You can move around a bit here, you don't have to stay in your one spot, so just be careful of each other, right? So, keep going until I say change. You want to say change, then we'll switch bags. You can do left foot, right foot, I don't care, it's up to you.